You're from France, huh? Je m'appelle Ryan. That's all I know. I got my Finns in the corner. I'm a big fan of you guys. I went to Finland when I was about 12 years old. I only remember one thing. I remember being in a sauna naked and getting hit by a bush. I went to Finland with my father, and it's Father's Day actually this Sunday, so let's give it up for all the fathers out there, huh? I went home last Father's Day, and found out that my dad bought his family a Nintendo Wii system. And to give you an idea of the type of guy my dad is, he trained himself to be better on Wii than anybody else in the family. But you know, he's only good at the simple Wii games, like the Wii Sports, like Wii Golf, Wii Bowling, that sort of thing. Like my dad would never be good at a game like Wii Sobriety. Wii your teenage son's self-esteem. Wii bill paying, that sort of thing. Growing up, it was my dad made sure I had very low self-esteem, and my mom made sure that even though I had my low self-esteem, that I knew I was a good person. You know, that's how you make a nice guy. Like, I was a nice guy, I'm still a nice guy, that's how you become a nice guy. We had some problems along the way. Like, in high school, no one wanted to hook up with a nice guy whose favorite band was Huey Lewis and the News. I got into college, and the first time I ever got intimate with any women was in college. And when you grow up as a nice guy, people often say, nice guys finish last. Like, that's in regards to women. What they don't say is when you get to that big race in terms of women, nice guys also finish fast. Often prematurely. And I'm still a nice guy now, and I actually have success with women now, which is like pretty cool. It's one simple thing, it's called a steady income. That trumps everything else, I'm not gonna lie. I also try to implement being a nice guy into situations that don't even warrant it. I'll give you an example. Like whenever I go out and visit pornographic websites, you know what I search for? Love. Relationship. Children. I can tell you guys a little bit more about myself. I moved to this city about 2.5 years ago. I moved on the border of Charlestown, Massachusetts, which for you guys that aren't from here, it's a very tough neighborhood in the greater Boston area. And I was excited because I'm actually from a similar area, which is Newport, Rhode Island. You know, basically the biggest problem I had when it snowed growing up in Newport was whether to go to Newport Country Club or the town next to ours Country Club. When it snows, that's your biggest problem. Like life really wasn't that bad. But I moved to Charlestown, and I actually learned things in Charlestown. Like I learned the Charlestown way out of getting out of a conversation you don't want to be in. I'm happy to share with you folks right now. It's pretty simple. You just, you know, you're talking to somebody you don't want to be talking, you just go, oh, hey, I think that cocksucker owes me money. I learned in Charlestown that if somebody looks like Pete Rose, and they're not Pete Rose, they're probably crazy. I mean, I've been here 2.5 years. I'm a manager here in the city. Love being a manager. You actually, the cool thing of being a manager is you get to hire people. And I had a girl, she sent me her resume, and I said, oh my God, this is fantastic. I called her on the phone, and it's like we had this like instant connection. I said, well, how about this? Why don't you come in tomorrow? We can talk about a few things and see what we can do for you. So the next day comes, and she didn't show up. You know, totally blew me off. Like, I don't know, maybe she was just not that interview. Let's talk about Charlestown a little later. A lot of people know about Charlestown now because of the movies. Like The Town is all about Charlestown. A guilty pleasure, I mean, I also love movies. I like a lot of comics, I love movies. I love movies because you can see yourself amongst different genres of movies as to who you want to be as a man. Like, I grew up watching a lot of zombie movies, and I found out that, you know, if zombies were ever to attack the earth, like, I want to be the guy that goes on an adventure. You know, like I meet a group of strangers, we're camped out in Target for a few weeks. There's a girl there. There's the will they, won't they sexual tension going on. It doesn't need to go anywhere, but it's an adventure, you know? Like, I don't want to be the guy who 30 seconds into the zombie invasion is running away and cramps up because he's just eating a Chipotle burrito bowl. Dies in the most gruesome way possible. Like, I want to be the guy that if, like, aliens are attacking the Earth, like, I want to be the guy that finds out that it's, like, the common cold that's lethal to the aliens, you know? So I'm traveling the country, like, fighting off aliens while also trying to fight off the common cold. I traveled with my dad to Finland. It's actually kind of funny because my dad, what I like to consider is he's a man who actually has lived the American dream. And that's that he divorced my mom and married a blonde Swede, 13 years younger than her. She's actually Finnish, but for this joke, she'll be Swedish. So blonde Swede, 13 years younger than him. And produced from that, I have a 12-year-old sister, a 8-year-old sister, and a 6-year-old brother. And I'm 25. And my 6-year-old brother, it was actually his birthday last month. And I went to go get him a gift at the Borders bookstore. And right next to the highlights for kids was a book that was titled, I Wish Daddy Didn't Drink So Much. Yeah. And you read it, it says, you know, Daddy was going to take me sledding, but then he drank too much. Like, I grew up with my dad and young kids in the house. Like, I want to write a book like that for adults. Why my kids make me drink so much. Going down the aisle, there's actually a lot of books out there that explore these tough issues that affect today's youth. They're called self-help developmental books. Next to that, there was another book that was on drugs, and it was called The House That Crack Built. Yeah, I mean, that's great. I mean, crack is a serious drug. Like, there's a lot you can learn from The House That Crack Built. Like, you could never do The House That Weed Built. Next to that was another book, and it was called We Were Gonna Have a Baby, but We Had an Angel Instead. Basically, it's about a baby that's born 6 months premature. I think a better title for that book could have just been like, I wish Mommy didn't drink so much. All right, good drinking, everybody.
And Ryan actually has a CD he's planning on doing called I Wish the MC Didn't Drink So Much. I don't know if you know about Louis C.K. Louis has been a great friend to the club and to me, and he's been here many, many times.